Hi, everyone. This is Candy. Um, I'm sorry I'm a couple of minutes late, but welcome. This is our third session of Music is Magic events. I want to apologize also. I didn't plan properly to be sure that our special guest would show up this evening. But as I've stated before in the other hangouts, this is something new for me. So if you all could be patient and work with us, we'll definitely get the show on the road. Um, if you all are interested in joining the hangout and providing some input, you're more than welcome to. I am posting a copy of the link to the Hangout, and you can just click on the link and enter into the discussion. I would love to have your input. So tonight's show is called "The Show Must Go On." This unfortunate circumstance where the special guest was unable to show up uh, is a perfect example of things not going as planned. Uh, Many times when you prepare to do an event, there are things that you can plan out very well, and things will go exactly as planned. However, there are many times when you thought you've done all the planning that you can do, and down to the very last detail, and something goes wrong. Um, for many shows and venues, it requires insurance for example, and it may be that perhaps you don't get your insurance coverage in time enough to cover the event. I was supposed to do a show for Cat Williams in um, Dallas, Texas, once before, and at the music hall, and we were unable to get the insurance to cover the event because the paperwork had to be processed, and it was close to um, the holidays. And because it was close to the holidays, things weren't processed in time enough. So inevitably, what happened was, here we are, the date of the event. We have no paperwork for insurance. Um, the music hall is a large venue, and they definitely operate with excellence and professionalism. So they could not afford the risk of allowing us to do the show without insurance, because sometimes people get wild and crazy, and they'll destroy things, or an accident may happen, someone might get hurt, people get excited. And so because of all of those unforeseen circumstances, insurance is necessary, extremely necessary, for those that thought you can just pay for a venue or a place to perform, and that's all there is to it, to bring your music and rock out. Um, the truth of the matter is that some places have their own insurance, but many times you will have to purchase your own insurance coverage, and to cover your own event, and to cover um, the participants of that event. So um, that's a little tip for those that didn't were not aware of what the process is, and um, how things work as far as um, planning an event. Um, there are all sorts of things that can happen um, that could create a problem for you, or a situation, I should say. I don't like to say problem because, yes, you can have unfortunate circumstances. However, it's only a problem if you uh, haven't got a clue how to remedy the situation. For example, you may have, this is why a lot of bands have backup drummers and backup musicians, because they are fully aware that sometimes one of the musicians may have a personal situation that may cause them to not be able to show up for the event at the last minute, perhaps. That happens all the time. And so to um, try to make provisions for mishaps, a lot of bands have what they call backup musicians, backup drummers, backup keyboardists, even backup singers, to fill in when their main musicians are unavailable. And sometimes there may be other situations that may come about. Perhaps, someone showed up, but they're not feeling well and have to be rushed to the hospital. Many large concerts and performances have been canceled because something happened at the last moment with the artist. Um, and even in that type of situation, um, that would have to be a type of situation where the headliner, it was unavailable, because any other circumstance, it's much more easier to replace the person that is unable to perform. So what generally happens is they will have to either postpone the event to a later date, and hope that the people that bought their tickets will be understanding enough to know that that the artist couldn't perform if they're feeling ill and had to be rushed to the hospital, or not feeling well enough to perform at their best. In some circumstances, they may have to refund ticket costs, and they lose quite a bit of money on the deposits and things like that they had to put down for the venue, because you do have to put down a large percentage of the um, venue cost for an event. And many large venues also require that you pay in full, because they don't want you to come back later and say, oh, well, we wound up not being able to do the event, and not pay them the balance. Because I'm sure that they have experienced that before. So to remedy, remedy that, they chose to uh, require that the people that are renting the space pay in full. I don't know what happened to Michael. I was gonna um, ask him to give some input on that, but anyway, perhaps something happened with his internet. Nevertheless, the show must go on again. So I wanted to share as well another experience that I had. Oh, one time I prepared um, I had the perfect outfit, so I thought, and I rehearsed so much I was hoarse from rehearsing, uh, and I was supposed to perform at the House of Blues. Well, they canceled, and they said that they had sent me an email, but I never received the email, so I was very puzzled. But anyway, I just said I'll go ahead on to the show, and so I'll be on time and early to prepare my mind to. I like to go through these rituals of, calming myself, thinking about how I'm going to interact with the audience and stuff like that. So I prepared. My daughter had um, came in, traveled all the way from another city into Dallas to watch her mother perform and be of support and things of that nature. And lo and behold, they canceled. And so um, I was devastated, mostly because my daughter had went to great pains of taking off from work, and it was her birthday. I was planning to serenade her and wish her happy birthday, and it would have been something very special for her because she's been very supportive of me in my music career. So all of that was brought to a screeching halt when I received an email from the event coordinator from the House of Blues. I believe it was like 1 o'clock at night. I cried the entire night. I cried the entire night. But I told my daughter, and she was trying to encourage me, Mom, it's okay, it's all right. I told her, you know what? I invited a lot of people to come and see me perform. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform anyway. So at the last minute, I started searching the internet to find another place to perform. And so we went to another club nearby where the House of Blues was, not too far. And I performed anyway, and the people loved it, and I really enjoyed myself. My daughter enjoyed herself, and so that's a good example of uh, what it takes as an artist to really be willing to give it your all, no matter what, and really shine when things are at its worst. Hey, Michael, I'm glad to see you came back. I was wondering what happened. Your mic is off. Hold on.
Bit of confusion today about the guests, and it's my fault, so I apologise to Candy and the people watching today, but yeah.
Oh yeah, we just had a little misunderstanding
Yeah.
about the time and the date and everything. And I was uh, talking to Mike right before the show. I was telling him, I said, uh, we was discussing it. I said, Mike, are the guests coming? And he was like, you called me 5 minutes before the show to ask me how the guests come in. And he's getting all upset, not with me, but the fact that they won't be able to show up. He went to go try to track them down, and that was so sweet.
So, public apology there. Sorry, Candy.
But I was telling Michael, I said, it's all right. The show got to go on. We got like 3 minutes. And, I said, that's what I'll name it. The show must go on. And that is as so befitting for a show like this that's about entertainment and showing up. It's about giving it all you got, no matter what. So This is just a very good example of what it's going to take. Artists need to know what it's going to take, to really endure and to really know if this is cut out for you or not, if this is really what you want to do. Because, I mean, this is not, things happening out of the ordinary or things going wrong. This is something that happens all the time. I was telling you and Aaron, I think it was just you or maybe you and Aaron, about how I was doing a show, and all of the equipment went out. All of the microphones, and all of the whole sound system went out, and I just decided, hey, the show must go on, and I just rocked the house a cappella. And I got the crowd involved in everything, and told them we gonna make the beat with our hands. Come on, clap your hands. And I rocked the house without instruments. And
That's a professional. That's a true professional.
absolutely, that shows that you really have it in you to be a performer when you have those circumstances that are out of the normal, and everything is not going as planned. It's easy to rock the house when everything goes as planned, or you're not having family problems, and it's everything sunshiny and going perfect. It's easy, to do. But what really shows the professionalism, or if this is really what you were created to do, is when you can perform when things aren't going so well.
Yeah.
Some people, if they're having trouble with their spouses, they won't even show up for practice, much less a show. And yeah, because I was practicing with a band, and this one guy, the drummer, and you really need the drummer. And the drummer, one, he would get drunk all the time, and there's too many drinks in him, and he's no good. Then on top of that, um, his wife would interfere. She'd get jealous and just make him leave or the
Oh
practice.
wow.
Yeah, you have that. You have that going on. Sometimes people are in relationships, and their spouse will come and just really create problems. And some of them are not uh, class, don't have a lot of class, so they'll go to a professional place and in front of guests and everything, and just really carry out, and scream and and shout and argue with, and it's like, seriously, are you gonna do this here?
Yep.
Really? you know it's like, wow, you didn't have sense enough to, let's say, okay, let's discuss this off to the side quietly or whatever.
Yeah.
And the people at the venue may tell you, look, I don't want you back here because we can't have that type of behavior. All types of things happen, that can prevent you from um, doing what you have to do. But what are you gonna do about it? Is something that needs to be thought about well in advance. And a lot of times people don't realize that when you when you're planning for an event, the best way to plan for an event is not to spend a whole lot of time making every decorative and um, you know perfect outfits and stuff like that. The best way to plan for an event is to sit down and think about all of the horrible things that could happen. Honestly, um, you think about all the horrible things that can happen. Your banners can fall down. And the reason that you would think about the worst things that could happen is because you want to prepare for those things to happen. Okay, if my banners fall down, I have tape, I have ropes, I have a ladder ready just in case, you know. Um, so if you can prepare for those things, if they do happen, then you're not, all thrown out of place. You're like, cool, all right, the banner fell down. I have extra rope, to tie it back up, or I have tape, whatever. You have to have that emergency pack ready. um, if,
Well, do you?
huh?
Sorry,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, um, I'll talk to Snow again if you like, and reschedule for another time if you
Oh,
still
that's
want.
cool. That's
Okay,
that's cool.
because really it was my bad, and I apologise.
Oh, it's no biggie. Like I was saying, Michael, this is no big deal. It's not like we were getting paid to do a show or something. This is.
I know, but I let you down. I know, but I let you down, and I'm sorry. Now we'll leave it at that. I took.
No, 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 no. You didn't let me down. Um, like I said, I don't know how to explain to you. Like I think things happen for a reason. Like this show being changed to from an interview to being a lesson to teach people how to handle a situation when they come across a situation where things don't go well. I think that perhaps somebody that's watching and that will watch this um, was perhaps maybe just in a situation like that, or perhaps they're planning for an event and something may go wrong. And they'll think about this show.
Yeah.
And say, I remember Candy saying, like the show must go on, and it'll help them to step into second gear and really, do their best regardless. So
Yeah.
this can help even what seems to be unfavorable circumstances can help, Michael. You
Thank
know,
you.
and this also will that I'm not gonna get angry with you because I may be depending on you for something and maybe you weren't able to come through, or maybe we had a misunderstanding. I didn't relate to you properly what I was expecting from you or whatever. That I'm not going to get angry with you, and I'm hoping that you don't get angry with me if it happens, vice versa.
For
Because
sure.
we got to work together, and I plan I plan on taking you all the way to the top with me, my.
Oh, I
That's
just want to help you. I just want to help you because yeah, we want to get you to the top. I'm not in the music industry. I enjoy it, but this is about you and musicians. So
yeah. Oh,
I just
but since you brought that up, now I got another subject to talk about. And what that is that people tend to think that the music industry is only about the artist. Well, 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 I have a lot to say about that. A whole lot to say about that. If you look at any show and any concert, you will see the people that are performing on stage. But we all have heard of behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And trust.
I think we've got a little bit of audio problems here with Candy. I think she's just frozen. She'll be back in a minute. But I think Candy was just saying that, yeah, of course, behind every artist there's a group of people supporting them, and I just wanted to help Candy with the technical side of it, and it just happened that I knew some musician friends as well. So we talked about an interview with this group called Photon Sky, and they were meant to, the lead guy was meant to appear today. And I kind of let Candy down because I had so many things going on and I didn't get the time right, and I hope Candy comes back soon because I don't have the gift of the gab where I can, and the knowledge to keep talking. Candy, help me. But just a bit of background on Photon Sky. The last broadcast we did, we played a little clip of them practicing, and they're just a group of young guys, 18. It's a three-piece band, drums, rhythm, and lead. They consider themselves progressive rock, and it's mainly instrumental. They don't, not a lot of lyrics, but they're very talented guys, and I showed Candy that clip and on air live, and she got a response, and that really encouraged Snow. That's the lead, the band members. Come back, Candy. I need you, Candy. I don't even know if this is still broadcasting, but I guess I'll keep talking until she comes back. And so today, Snow was meant to appear, and just to give him a little bit of air to say what he wanted to say, and he studies music at university. I'm not going to say too much because it'd be better for you to hear it from him. But basically, I get so much mail in my posts that when I was flicking through Candy's events, I saw it and I thought, oh yes, guest, but I never looked at the time. Oh, here she is. So that's where the confusion came in. Candy, are you
Yes.
back with us? I've been talking.
Yeah. See, here we go again. I had another problem.
Oh no.
My internet just dropped out. So we're like
stereo. We got you in stereo. One's bad enough. I was just telling the people a little bit about what we had planned and a little bit about Sky and his band and that, and yeah, so I'll let you carry on because I can't talk like you do, Candy. I filled the silence and you came back just at the right time.
Thank you. See, I told you I need you, hon. See, you got my back. I know it.
I got you. I might be hopeless, but I got your back.
See, that you have talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about right there. But
Oh, you're a darling.
But that's good. I'm glad you did that. And see, you just fell right in, didn't you? I bet you. I can't wait to see the video. You fell right in, didn't you?
I tried my best.
But I'm sure they'd rather hear your accent than my country ass. Because
I love that accent,
everybody
girl.
loves those accents, and you handsome too. I bet you they
Oh
was
no,
mesmerized.
no, we love your accent.
They didn't care what you were saying anyway. They just wanted you to talk, say a handsome man with a nice English accent. Oh yeah, they was mesmerized.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They didn't give a damn what you said, as long as you just keep talking. They probably didn't even want my ass to come back.
Oh, you're too funny. I doubt that.
Real talk.
No, I was like, Candy, come back, and no, no, I just told them a little bit about Snow and the
Okay.
band and what we were gonna
All
do
right.
but didn't do. But yeah,
All right.
muddled my way through.
Well, a preview of what's to come.
Yeah, back to you, Candy.
You passing the mic. Oh, speaking of mics, I didn't even set up my fancy mic. I was kind of, you know. So anyway,
You're coming across. It's coming across good.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. And I wasn't properly prepared. I was all online today, trying to get some things together for the record label, and I got so excited because when I get excited, I'm like, I'm driven and I'm focused. I have one track mind. I don't, I don't even want to go to the restroom when I'm really fired up. I got good ideas coming. I'm like trying to hold it. I'm in a bind.
Yeah, I hear you. So what are you working on, Candy? Tell us what you're working on. This record label, if you can.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Actually, what I'm working on is some fundraising efforts. I'm trying to organize a way that artists can contribute to the label and also get back out of it, and gain an income from
Yeah.
helping the label to raise funds and where they can get a percentage of what they help us to get in. They can get a percentage of it. So I would have to set up everything, get contracts and paperwork and stuff of that nature, so that they can feel secure about helping out and knowing, hey, I have this contract. I'm going to get paid from this, because a lot of people, um, as much as they would like to help out and just volunteer without getting paid, their circumstances might not be as such where they can take out that type of time and not be paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking of ways that, that I could help artists, but at the same time, they can help the organization because um, I believe in a give and take type of thing. Old people used to say, even exchange is no robbery. And yeah, that mean, fair exchange is no robbery, meaning you give something, you get something, in exchange for that.
Um.
And yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I was just going to. I was just having a look at your record label page actually while we're talking.
okay,
Yeah. If I seem a little distracted, that's why.
okay.
Um, so what's got you really excited at the moment, like with this idea? You, you're starting to
What's
see it
really
come to fruition now.
Yes, I'm really starting to see it come into fruition. I have a whole lot of things that I would like to do, but and the main thing that's preventing me from doing those things is I need a team. I need a team. And so what I have been really puzzled about is how do I gain a team and get the money I need to push, to back that team up as far as our efforts, what we can do.
Hmm.
Um, because some things just going to require money. That's just the bottom line to it. And
Yep.
getting things done in the music industry is very expensive. I mean, it pays off well, but is you got to put something in to get something out.
Hmm.
So what's really got me excited about it is I finally came up with the ideas of how to get it done. And so what I was doing is doing some research on the different types of applications and plugins and stuff like that that I can incorporate into our website so that people don't necessarily have to come in to work with us. They can do it from home or from wherever they are.
All right. What
Yes.
what sort of plugins are you looking at, Candy?
What I was looking for basically is a plug-in where um, people can sign up, first of all, with the paid volunteer program.
Hmm.
And of course, it's going to be called the Music is Magic campaign. And they can sign up via our website. They would have to go to the website and sign up. The contract would be online, where they're in printable, where they can print it out. Um, and have an agreement and understand the rules and the perimeters
Hmm.
governing um, what they're required to do and how much they would be getting paid um, to perform those tasks, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So basically, um, I would like to do everything via online so that, like I say, it would be accessible to anyone, anywhere. You
Hmm.
understand?
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, and I haven't. I didn't get that far to find out exactly what type of plugins I'm gonna need. Like I said, I was so excited, but I had to stop to come do the show. But I guess I resumed my research after the hangout. But I'm just so excited. I'm glad you asked me about that. I'm extremely excited about that. Um, and
Now,
for our viewers, y'all need to know I got a plan. I got a plan. I got a master plan to help
you
the
got so many
artists.
plans. You got so many plans. I can't keep up with them all. Candy, hey, does it have to be a plugin? Can it just be? Why can't you just use like maybe a separate page on the web site, for example?
Oh, because the way that websites work, everything that you see on a website, well, you're into computers, it's just like this Hangout. This is
Yep.
operating by a plugin.
Yep.
Uh-huh. So that's it's an app within Google application. I mean, you can call it application or a plugin,
Yep.
but Google Hangout, you have more plugins. You have the picture capture and so forth. Those are called
Uh,
plugins. Okay.
right. Yep. I'm starting to get you.
Uh-huh. So in order for people to for me to keep a track of the people that are involved, it would be more suitable not for me to outsource that or use in any other companies, because they have other companies out there that'll regulate that for you and organize it, but they charge you an arm and a leg, and basically it's you don't know if you can trust them or not. It's so many crooks out there. I don't want to be bothered with trying to
Yeah,
figure out who's a crook and who's not.
yeah. Just do it
I know
yourself.
I'm not a crook in that, so
Yeah,
I trust me. I trust nobody else. There's
yeah.
a lot of crooks out there. It's horrible. Even in the nonprofit
Uh,
sector.
I
Yeah,
guess I guess my question was, why not just incorporate it into your website rather than have a separate plugin? But I guess you've got more things. I guess you want to do more than just have a form on a web page. You want it to be interactive, and you want you to be able to add more components as it grows.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah,
you might have PayPal built into that system for monetary transactions. You might have a chat system built into it.
exactly.
Uh, yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
Does Google Plus fit that? Would that do the job?
Would Google Plus do the job?
Yeah, like the system that's already you're using now. Is that what you're talking about?
No. It
So you
would
need
be.
something proprietary.
I need an accounting plug-in that can um will be safe and secure for donors.
Can you not just use PayPal for that?
I do have PayPal,
Yeah.
and the plug-in are the way that they work is in such a way that um, they interact with PayPal, but you still would need to set it up where all of the interactions and the transactions would it would go the money would go through PayPal, okay, so that the donors can give securely and feel more safe about the transaction. However, there are some people that don't have PayPal, so you would need to have an alternative
Yeah.
um, gateway, is what they call it.
Yeah,
Um,
but to receive PayPal donations, you don't need a PayPal account yourself, from my understanding.
no, they don't need to have one.
No.
Um, but what was I trying to say? Elements that go along with it, with the whole program that I'm setting up, would require something more than what PayPal provides in their plain plugins for receiving donations. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, if we have a set goal, like I'm working on building a studio right now that would be available for people to come in and get songs recorded at a feasible price. Okay, but we need the money to build the studio. We need the money for the uh, studio space, the space to build the studio.
Yeah.
We need money to, you know, take care of all the paperwork and stuff like that, the licensing and paperwork. All right. And I'm assuming that, I mean, according to what I've researched, it's going to cost us around about $120,000 to get that done.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm planning to do is set up sort of like a fundraising effort.
Yeah.
Let people know what the need is,
Yeah.
show them exactly line upon line what each dollar will be going to.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll have references to where we're getting the merchandise, equipment and all that and so forth, um, and a
I,
potential place to set up the studio, all of that. Okay. What I wanted to offer to the people that would donate is uh, the ability to be completely aware of where exactly their money going to. Uh, Say, for example, we're buying the soundboard from Guitar Center, just for example. Okay.
yeah.
And so what I would do is set up an interface for the soundboard where every person that sends in a donation that says, okay, I'll help you with the soundboard or I'll help you with the microphone, they know exactly where their money is going to. Not
Yeah.
after the fact, but beforehand. They know
Yeah.
exactly, okay, I help pay for the soundboard. I help pay for this, that, and the other. And so once we have in the plug-in, it would show where we're at as far as the funds raised for that particular item. So once we've raised the funds for that particular item, that would no longer be listed as something that we need. That would drop out of the campaign, okay? Because
Yeah.
we've already raised the amounts for that. We congratulate the people and appreciate the people that helped us with that, but then we have the other items listed. And as we go along and we're trying to reach certain goals, we'll inform people of where we're at in the process. You understand what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
see you posted GoFundMe. I hate to even say their name in my hangout, but
Really? Was
these people, this is what I was telling you about. These people that there are other sources that you can accomplish this, but they're crooks.
really? What's bad about them?
um, what's really bad about them, what happens is, and see, we're a nonprofit organization. We have to follow federal laws, federal, and I'm a firm believer in integrity and honesty. Um, and we operate with an open book policy. The problem with GoFundMe and it's another company, Indiegogo or something like that. I hate to even mention their names, but maybe people need to know about this. What they do is the gimmick that they have going is they'll have you set up a campaign and tell you that you can raise money for your purpose or for your organization through their website.
Hmm.
But you have to, of course, pay them. I mean, they get a percentage. Uh, Now, the thing about it is, they're getting a percentage, but you still have to do all the work.
Yeah, but Candy, the whole, do you know what that percentage goes towards? And it's only like 3 or 4%. What you, what that money goes towards, they're providing a platform, and they also have bank fees as well. They have to pay to do these transactions. I don't think they make much money at all, and I think that if they're going to charge 3 or 4%, I mean, even PayPal charges 3 or 4%, 2% or something like that. It's not a lot,
Let,
and for what you're getting,
let me explain to you, though. Have you ever used this organization before?
Yeah, I was trying to set it up for someone we both know.
Oh, June. Okay. Let me explain something to you about these people. Okay, 'cause platform, but they don't put you on a platform. You know what they do? You know what they're doing? They're using people get raise funds to gather people's emails and their information. Because what you have to do is you take their widget, um, and it's something like a plugin, and you copy it and you paste it in your website. You They tell you to promote that campaign on your Facebook, on your amongst your friends and family members.
Hmm.
So inevitably, what happens is you're getting donations from people you could have gotten direct donations without them third party having
No, that's,
anything.
that's
Wait, wait. Let me tell you because I know because I've already been through it before. Okay, account out. These people were still sending me email messages. I had to um, call their, I mean not call, but email their customer service and told them
sorry.
stop.
What? Who was sending you email? You broke. Your connection's gone again, Candy.
For my
So
efforts. What? Huh?
you're breaking up. You might need to refresh.
Oh, but what was happening? Can you hear me now?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So what was happening was they was art marketing other people's products to me. I did not get one. I did not get one dime in, but they were sending me back to back. I mean, my email was flooded with their messages. I mean, constantly sending me messages about um, contributing to this, contribute to that, and contribute to this, that, and the other. And I was like, why would I have a campaign to get money if I had money to give? That it just doesn't make sense. So that's what they're doing. That was what they were doing. And see, and I looked them up, and I found a lot of complaints about those companies and how it's a ripoff. And
You'll
I,
find complaints about anybody online, though, Candy.
that's true.
If you,
That's true. That's true. But what I'm saying is, it was very the complaints were very similar to what I had a complaint about, and I know my complaint was legitimate.
I know, but I think it's just because you set it up wrong. For starters, you should never have used your personal email address to create. You create a separate email address for the fundraiser campaign. You don't put your personal one there, for starters.
Yes, but I have it routed all to one, so I don't have to check three different emails.
No, but if you're creating a fundraiser, that's a different story. You need to create a separate email account just to deal with that. And
I did, but I wasn't getting any response from people wanting to donate. I was
that's,
getting responses,
yeah,
huh?
because I think you've probably set it up wrong. I mean, I can't judge you because I don't see what you did, but um, the other thing you said before too is yes, you do post it to Facebook and things, but the main people that are going to donate
You're
should
supposed
be
to mention that you're
outside should be outside of those circles that you know. There's no point. See, the point of GoFundMe and things like that is not to get donations from the people you already know. It's to get donations from a wider audience. Do you know what I mean?
You don't. That's the problem. They will.
That's
In
Yeah,
the
but that's
small disclaimer, you know how people put those small disclaimers on stuff when they tell you have this special offer, and then in a small writing,
yeah,
they have the truth.
yeah. But I know a lot of. But hang on, Candy. I know many success stories of people that have used these things. I mean, I've talked to Saul about this, and that guy, you know Saul, eh? That guy knows
So,
what he's talking about. You cannot just put up a GoFundMe page and share it to Facebook and expect it to just gather the millions. It doesn't work like that. What they're doing is offering you a platform. You still
oh,
have to work.
you can pay them to for them to actually promote you. But if you do not pay them to promote you, they don't.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You don't need them to promote you.
In
That's up
order
to
to
you.
reach their platform, you do. They don't just automatically, because you sign up, push your
I
stuff.
know that. I know, but that's what I'm saying. You have to do it too. But you don't just leave it at your Facebook friends and your Google Plus people.
I had it all on my website. I had it everywhere, posted everywhere.
I
I
know,
didn't.
but that's not enough. That's not enough. It's like when I told you when you come to Google Plus, and I said Google Plus is great, but you can't just follow people and then advertise and put your postings up and expect the millions to come and get it. You have to actively network. You have to go and post comments back. You have to go and talk, and it's a full-time job. And once you get up some momentum, then
Hmm.
it starts to act. But if you just post it all over your social media and expect it to work, it won't.
So if I'm doing all this work for them to get a percentage, couldn't I just do that and have it come directly to the company's website? Do that make sense?
You could just put a PayPal button on your account and ask for the same thing. But
Right.
what but what GoFundMe offers is a platform that if you're prepared to work it, it gives it legitimacy. Like who the hell's Candy, PayPal?
No, no, no. I had it under my organization. I had
I
my.
know, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. How do we know that you're a true fundraiser? What I'm trying to say is when you do a fundraiser platform like this, it gives it legitimacy, it gives you exposure, and it gives you other tools that help you um, manage this system. And I mean, even with PayPal, you're going to have to pay a few percent. And the other thing
Yeah.
is, it works for people. I've seen it. So how
But
come it works for
when you
them but
go
not
through
for you?
them, when you go through them, you have to pay them and PayPal because they set it up with PayPal.
I know. What, 3%? That's nothing.
No,
That's really
they go by how much you get.
not GoFundMe. They have if you look at their terms, they charge you, for each donation, they charge, I think it was 4%, and then 30 cents plus 30 cents per donation, and then 4% of the donation, and then the PayPal amount. Which might, if you get a $100 donation, they might take $5, and you get 95. Seems fair enough to me because they're the ones doing the transactions between different currencies. They're the ones giving you the platform. They're the ones giving you the tools. They're the ones giving you the legitimacy. They give you the exposure if you know how to work it.
Yeah,
That's
but
all I'm
I
saying.
had to provide my own legitimacy. I uploaded. You see these papers right here behind me, my papers, my
Yeah,
corporation papers.
yeah.
I had to upload those, so I had to provide my own legitimacy.
That's not the legitimacy I'm talking about. But you're right, you do. But I'm agreeing. You have to do the work. But um,
You're not understanding what I'm saying. Everything that
I don't.
they're uh, supposed to be giving me for in exchange for the 3-4% um, commission, I have already. I have legitimacy already. There's nothing more legitimate than state and government documents. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand, but I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. I'm talking about a different type of legitimacy.
Well, how legit can you get than than government papers?
I'm talking about a different type of legitimacy. That's look. I'm not talking about proving that what you're doing is a literal. I don't know how to put it. I guess what I'm saying is, if you're on a page like GoFundMe, right? It's pretty obvious that it's a fundraiser thing. But if you just have a PayPal account on, Music is Magic website, even if you've got all your papers to prove it, to me it doesn't look as authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but if I'm on GoFundMe and anybody can get an account on there, how legitimate is that? How legitimate is that without papers?
Well, you have to still provide your own legitimacy with like the stuff you've got on the back of your wall.
You miss it. That's what I'm saying. You missing my point.
No, I'm not.
Because it's people on there that are okay. Say for example, somebody pretends that they're ill and they need money for surgery, and they go on there. Anybody can go to that website and open up an account and run a scam. So as far as being legitimate,
Yeah, carry on.
as far as being legitimate, the company themselves tell you that you have to provide your own legitimacy. Like I had to give them my paperwork and they verified it. And then that's what escalated me up to the status of, a legitimate organization. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got the status for, that I was what they call verified legitimate organization. I got that. But the point is, I never got a dime out of that. And I put in a lot of effort. So what I'm saying is if I'm gonna have to pay PayPal anyway, which I don't have a problem with that, then if I'm still providing my own legitimacy, I'm pushing it and I'm still doing the marketing and putting out news buzz, press release, and all this kind of stuff. Why would, even if it's 3%, why would I pay them extra money?
Because to me, personally,
And they're not doing anything. I'm still doing all the work.
because to me, I would much rather give to someone on a platform than just if someone had an email page with a PayPal button to say donate to me.
No, it didn't say donate to me. It was to the organization.
Yeah, or to the organisation.
Mm-hmm.
I would just feel better about using a fundraiser because, like you said, in that small print, there's a lot of stuff that will make people feel more comfortable giving to someone that has all that small print because it legitimizes it.
It legitimized them saying one thing and then in the small print is something else.
Well, what small print are you talking about?
In the
What does it say?
small print, it's telling you they okay. In the advertisement, they telling you that they providing you a platform, but in the small print, it's saying that you got to pay for that.
In the percentage, though, isn't it?
Hmm.
That's included in the percentage that you're paying, though, isn't it?
No. You have to pay upfront money for that.
You can do a free account. It depends which one you're using.
You can do the free one, but they don't push you in the free one. You have to pay to be promoted, for them to promote your campaign. That's what's in the small print.
Yeah, but I think most people know that if they're going to create a free online fundraising thing, that you're going to have to work it yourself.
Okay, all right.
I'm not explaining it very well.
Maybe it would be better if you actually uh if you actually had an account with them, then
I did. I did, because I was creating one for June.
okay. And have you got any donations? Mine went on for 3 months and nothing happened.
Well,
It
no,
closed.
because
It closed out actually with zero balance.
yeah, because we're still setting it up, and she needs to create an inventory first.
And see, by Joan being ill and getting on YouTube every day, showing her illness and the problems she having and all that, people are more susceptible to help her out than a record label. People
But you
assume
just said it. You
people
just said
assume
it.
that record
You
labels
just said
have
it,
money
Candy. She
already.
goes on every day. Just said it. She goes on every day, and she posts, and she brings attention to it every day.
That's what I'm saying. So she doing that. That's something. The illness, a person showing that they ill and sick, and she be on her YouTube coughing and ill, showing that she's ill and stuff like that, then people are more likely to have sympathy for her and help her out than they are for a record label, Michael, that they think most people think that record labels have big money just sitting in the bank ready to spend on somebody. Do you understand that?
Of course I do.
I have people flooding my emails, my accounts, my Twitter, my um everywhere where I have my music posted, anywhere I have the words Real Raw Records, they flood my message
Yeah, but
box trying to get money, not
yeah,
not not trying to give nothing, trying to get money.
yeah, but I
I get
still
stuff
think
in
you're
the
missing
mail
my point.
every other day from them trying to sell me something. People
I
think,
still, yeah, I think you're missing my point though, because this is the one thing I haven't told you.
hmm
If the point of something like a fundraiser platform is not the small, pitiful little donations that you may get from your Facebook friends and all of that, right?
mm,
It's about the networking that you do within that. And you will, the way I understand it will work is occasionally you will find someone that will sympathize with your cause. Say me, say I'm a millionaire, right? And you don't know it. And I come across your cause. I would be much happier going, oh, here's $50,000 if you belong to a platform that is known and trusted than just a web page, music is magic, and a PayPal button. Do you see what I mean?
no, on my website, I have posted all of my um, official documents. It can be looked up more than just on my website. My organization can be looked up with the state of New Jersey. I am currently in the process of filing for the paperwork for on a federal level. Okay, so once I send those papers in, it can also be um, researched on a federal level. So it don't get no more legitimate than state and federal. Huh?
You're still missing my point. I'm not saying that you're not legit. I'm just saying that, well, I don't know how
Somebody
many.
that's wanting to get that kind of money, Michael, they're gonna want to research it more than just on a website. So me putting on there that I can be verified by these sources legitimizes me right off the bat. You understand what I'm saying?
I do, but I still think you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't put up all the legitimate papers that you've done. I'm
That's
just
a done
saying,
deal. It's all on my website, available right this very minute.
I understand that, Candy. I'm just saying, for me personally, if I was a donor, I would. I'm saying, even if you were using a fundraising platform, still have all the legitimate documents, I would just feel better about it. But anyway, the point of it is not just whacking it up there with all the legitimate documents. You have to work it. You have to work it. You have to
Yeah.
actively network it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
when you
But it's not but so much that I can do, Michael. I'm I'm one person, and I'm doing quite a bit, and and that's why I was telling you about. I was excited about working on a program where I can get other people involved to help me out with that, because ain't but so much one person can do. If you look at me real close, I'm sure you've already noticed the bags under my eyes. I'm up day and night, Michael. Either I'm working on the company or working on my music, but I'm up day and night. And you heard me?
no, I just dropped offline. Sorry,
I
I'm
was
back.
saying, I was saying, I understand I have to work the program, but I'm up day and night already. If you can see, look at me closer, you can see the bags under my eyes. I'm tired. I'm tired, Michael. Ain't but so much I can do. Um, I need help. Um, and so, like I said before, since I know that some people would love to be able to volunteer their help, but they really need finances, I would rather pay somebody to a percentage to help. Um, if they're really believing in the cause, and the only thing that's keeping them from being able to help and participate is that the fact that they need finances themselves, then what 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 better cause is there to help out the people that's helping?
Of course.
So that's why I'm so excited about this new program that I'm putting together to be able to, where there's an even exchange, where um, the artists that we um, are going to be promoting and provide services for, they can help the organization out, make money at the same time, and get their art uh, out there as well.
Yeah.
Even people that are not, like you were saying, you're not a musician, you're not really an entertainer, but you have a passion to help. Even people that just want to help out to the cause, they can benefit. They can help out and benefit at the same time. It don't get no better than that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Sure. It's just that I know the statistics for these crowdfunding things, and I've talked to Saul about it, and it's one of the fastest growing ways to actually make money. I mean, in 20, I think it was like uh, 2010, it was like, hang on, let me think. In 2012, I think globally $2.7 billion was raised, and then in 2013 it was like 5.1 billion, and I don't know the figures for 2014, but it's almost doubling every year, and there must be something to it.
Uh, I'm sure there is. Um, but like I said, with the type of organization that I have, um, we're designed to help artists. So if I can set up a program that will benefit the artists right away, immediate benefits to them, then that's what I'm gonna go with. Because like I say, I'm all tapped out, Michael, because I'm doing quite a bit by myself already. There's I mean a lot of aspects to the website. I'm trying to get the radio publishing and stuff going, on the website where I can um, publish people's music and stuff like that. Um, I, so I'm working on distribution, getting distribution deals and stuff. Ain't but so much I can do.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I have four communities of my own, and sort of helping with you as well. And then I've got work I've got to go to, and
Right.
have a daughter, and I'm
So you
trying to.
wouldn't be able to take on too much more tasks, right?
I'm at my holding capacity now, and I mean, this is partly why I was so confused about this morning's guest, is because,
Was
you know,
well, you ought to understand clearly that it's
I do,
maybe
and that's why I'm saying I
maybe
think.
that GoFundMe, maybe that would help, but if it's going to cost me to be able to have more time and more energy that I don't have, then that wouldn't be feasible because it's gonna cost me something I
I
don't
know,
have.
but what you're talking about, creating an app that will do all of this, like, I'm a computer technician, so I know what you're kind of asking when you say you want to create this system. What you're actually talking about, you're talking about the same system that GoFundMe offers for nothing, and that's why I brought it up. And
Oh,
you see what I mean? And
mm.
like, to do what you want to do would take a lot of time to build that. And it's almost,
Oh no,
you're asking.
they have that's what I was telling you about the plugins. They have plugins that do all that. That's all GoFundMe is using as a plugin.
What plugin are you talking about that you think you could just plug in and use? Because I'm not aware of something like that. And then it's not just the plugin. You need to know how to tie it together, and then you have to then push your idea out there. You need to network. You're going to have to do the same amount of work that you would have to do with GoFundMe or something. It's just, I don't understand why.
It's pretty much different because the way I'm going about it, I'm incorporating the help of others where they will benefit out of it and helping because with GoFundMe, I would have to do all the work. Whereas the campaign system that I'm trying to set up right now, it would require for the paid volunteers to put forth an effort in order for it to work. So,
But why can't you just get the paid volunteers to put that effort into GoFundMe? This is what I don't understand. If you're going to pay volunteers, or
no, they got.
uh,
We'll. It'd be
this,
better if we talk about this at another time where I can more clear. Wait until if you can just wait for me to give you clarity on that at a later time when I have more information. I don't mind giving you some specifics on it.
yeah,
But like I said, I just came up with the idea today, and when I came up with the idea, I was doing some research, and I saw where uh, other companies had the same exact thing I was thinking about. Mine's was a little more in detail, and mine's is designed more so where it just doesn't
yeah.
benefit our organization. It's designed so that it benefits the people that are helping out, but it's still
Sure.
all the same. It's still all the same. The way they had it set up. So I'm not. Um, dreaming something up. It's just that I need to set it up. Um, I got to do a little more research to find out what plugins are needed to do that.
Sure. Can I just give you, we'll leave it at that, but can I just give you a little bit of perspective? It won't take a second, and that's that when I started to work out a fundraiser thing for June,
Mm-hmm.
I was I was going along the same idea as what you're trying to do, and I took my idea to Saul, and now this guy you got to remember he's got some clout on Hangouts, and he's helped people do a lot of fundraising in the past, very successfully.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, he took me aside and he said, Michael, I think what you're doing is honourable, blah, blah, blah. But, and then he put me onto this fundraiser thing, and he didn't get too much into it because we didn't have a lot of time, but I respect his knowledge. So what I would suggest, instead of talking to me about it, maybe talk to Saul about it, because he could explain why it will work better for you. Or he may say, hey, Candy, what you're doing is actually better for you. Because I don't know all the dynamics like he does, but because I'm just trying to help you. I really
Right.
think, yeah, I just know that he knows, he's done this before a lot for people, and I know he wouldn't say, and June's a close friend of him, so for him to tell me, use a platform, don't do it by yourself like that, even though I don't
Mm.
understand it fully, I trust what he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it may
I've
be,
seen a lot of campaigns because, like I was saying, that company was sending them to me, sending me emails every day. I saw a lot of campaigns where they raised thousands of dollars for people saying
mm,
they sick or you need medical help and can't get
yeah,
it,
yeah,
or need implants and this and that, and So yes, I'm sure that does work for them. But when you are a nonprofit organization and you got to follow federal laws, um, and
yeah. But a lot of these fundraiser platforms do have options for non-profit organisations as well.
uh-huh.
There's different tiers. There's different there's just different tiers. You may have, yeah, like there's
What,
for donors, there's for non-profits. Um, it depends what your cause is. But yeah, I think you should talk to Saul about it, because he's the man, eh? And also Erin. Erin, oh my gosh, she has got so much experience with social media.
right.
And this is the other thing. If you got a fundraiser platform and then you manage to get Erin on board and Saul, they have literally tens of thousands of people that follow them. And
Right.
this is what I mean about networking. If you create a fundraiser platform and you only share it with your Facebook friends, I mean, it's probably only going to get that far. But if you know people like Saul and Erin, and they get your cause going,
Hmm.
then you'll get some success. But yeah, I'm not really the person to talk to about fundraising, because it did my head in when I was trying to do it for June, and I'm over that for the moment.
Okay.
that that part of it, anyway. I
Right.
just got a bit, yeah. I mean, I want to help June with it, but I don't know enough about it to do it for anyone else. And we've managed to get June going. Like, she does have a PayPal account on her page now, which people can donate to, and they can even make reoccurring donations. But the thing for me is it's only really being advertised in the Google Plus circle, really, and on Facebook. And I just, until she needs someone that will get in there and network it for her. And this is what I mean. You can't just put up a platform and then share it to Facebook and expect it to make you money. It will never happen.
Hmm.
Um, you actively have to seek people that have influence and or money. Sure, you'll get some small donations from people, but like you say, I think we need to talk privately about what you're actually trying to do, because I probably am misunderstanding what you're trying to, what you exactly you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fundraising I was doing for June was, okay, here's the goal, here's how much money she needs,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the time limit we need to do it in, and then madly market it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, and I want
I'm
to.
not saying I'm not saying what you've done is wrong, because to be honest, like, it's a bit beyond me.
I want this to be an ongoing effort to provide income for artists, and a lot of those crowdfunding, they put a limit on how long you can run that campaign for.
Yeah, well, this is why I recommended GoFundMe, because they don't put any limits on like that. You can get money out when you want to. Some of them won't let you get money out unless you reach their goal. Well, GoFundMe doesn't do that to you. Um, they charge a little bit more interest than most of them, but they're also more free. But like again, it might not be what you're looking for. You
Mhm.
know, we haven't been able to talk about the idea too much. But I think I know what you're meaning. You want, um, yeah, I think I know what you mean. You're not really looking for a fundraising kind of campaign. It's more like an ongoing kind of support system for the idea, I guess.
Yes,
Uh,
I would like to be set up um, to generate income for artists,
yeah,
because this the whole thing is not about, our organization is set up for to help artists
yeah.
first and
But
foremost. That's the whole purpose that we're organized, is to help artists. So, and to get them employed or to get them income, because before they are able to establish a brand, get a steady gig, paying good, well-paying gig, or um, be able to um, have a brand that's sellable. And I'll have to talk about branding on our next session, because I didn't get to cover that. But branding is very important. All right.
mm, yeah,
And the whole reason I'm operating on based on these papers is because when you have governmental documents backing you up, not only does that set up legitimacy for you, but I mean, I'm saying for us as a record label, but that also creates an umbrella, so to speak, for the artists that are coming under us and getting assistance from us. People will be more accepting of them when we represent them.
yeah. I understand that, and I'm not trying to say don't do that. I'm just sort of, I guess what I'm saying is the fundraiser platforms actually offer rewards to the people who donate as well. Do you see what I mean? A lot of them. So not only do they donate, but you can actually give them rewards for donating,
Hmm.
which you could do that yourself anyway. You could set it up. It's just that, like, I know you don't have a lot of time, and I just thought, using a platform can save a lot of time. But look, you've looked at them already, and obviously they don't suit what you need it to do. So, we don't have to talk about that. If you've already looked into it, I mean, I trust your ability to. I mean, it's your, I mean, you've obviously looked into it, so you could just say, Michael, look, I've looked into it, and it's just doesn't suit me, and that's fine, and we don't have to talk about it anymore because,
Well, I don't.
But maybe just talk to Saul and bounce it off him.
Right, I was gonna say I mean, I don't have a problem at all. Like you said, I could have done something wrong, or maybe I was missing some type of element that's very important. But I did all of what was said and then some,
Yeah,
because they asked that you had to provide your papers of legitimacy of your organization. See, it's different for individuals as it
yeah,
is organization. And
true.
by me being a nonprofit organization, they know they're a company. They know that nonprofits are under stricter rules by law.
Yeah,
They don't. The government don't play when it comes to nonprofits because it's been so many crooks out there,
yeah.
posing
See,
as
yeah,
as as nonprofits, and they collecting money from people and preying on people's sympathy.
yeah. See, this is where you understand it better than me. So I've probably just wasted 20 minutes of airtime just talking about something I don't understand. But just
No, because like I was telling you before, nothing happens for no reason. It could be somebody that that you offered can be of help to them.
mm,
You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah, I
if
do.
if they're watching Michael, even though that it may be not something feasible for the record label, we're having this whole event to offer useful information and knowledge to help people in general,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
So that information can still be useful to somebody that's watching the, that's watching.
well
You
said.
understand what I'm saying?
Well said. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Candy, I
Huh?
need to talk to you. I need to talk to you privately about something too later, but if you've got
Okay.
time. But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not to do with this. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go now. But you gonna be
Yeah.
online later? Oh,
Nobody showed up, and nobody else, I should say, showed up, and I was not planning to have the event go on and on if nobody showed up. So
okay,
wrapping up this session, um,
okay,
and hopefully next time we'll have things together. And
yeah.
we appreciate you, those that will watch the video, and send in your support at realrawrecords.com. Thanks with love on top, Miss Candy.